Hello, fans! Josslyn is about to turn Wyndemere into an absolute nightmare, and honestly, guys, I did not expect her to snap like this. The second I saw that scene, with Josslyn grabbing the chair and swinging it straight at Cassius the moment he walked into that room, I just sat there like, wait a minute. This girl is not playing defense anymore. She's in survival mode now. Pure survival mode. And that changes everything. Because if you ask me, that chair attack was only the beginning. I actually think there could be up to 3 victims during Josslyn's escape from Wyndemere. 3. Cassius might just be the first body hitting the floor. And let me say this right now. Josslyn looked stronger than I expected. Way stronger. Honestly, in that moment, she looked tougher than Anna did during her captivity storyline. I know that sounds wild, but look at the circumstances. Anna was barely functioning because of all the hallucination drug effects messing with her head. Josslyn, meanwhile, is terrified, trapped, furious, exhausted, and still calculating. That's the scary part. She's thinking while panicking. Those are the dangerous people. You could tell this attack on Cassius was prepared in advance. Josslyn didn't randomly react. No. She waited. She listened. She timed it. And the second that door opened, boom. Full force. So I don't think Cassius stands a chance this time the way he did before. I honestly believe Cassius gets knocked unconscious here. Maybe badly injured too. And if that happens, that changes the power balance inside Wyndemere immediately. Because suddenly, Josslyn has a window. Tiny window, sure, but still a window to escape. The problem is, escape to where? That's the detail making this storyline way more intense for me. Josslyn probably has no idea where she's being held. None. She knows she's trapped underground somewhere, but that doesn't mean she knows the layout. And Wyndemere isn't exactly a normal house. That place is basically a gothic maze designed by rich psychopaths. Hidden tunnels, secret rooms, underground chambers. The whole place feels cursed half the time. So imagine Josslyn taking down Cassius, breathing hard, adrenaline pumping through her veins, trying to run, and realizing she has absolutely no clue which direction leads out. That's terrifying. And I think General Hospital is setting this up intentionally. Because physical strength alone won't save her. Josslyn could beat Cassius and still die trapped in that basement if she chooses the wrong corridor. I can already picture her stumbling through dark tunnels, barely able to see, maybe hearing footsteps upstairs, maybe hearing doors slam shut. The panic alone could destroy somebody mentally. And yet, I think this is where Josslyn becomes even more dangerous. People cornered like this. Stop thinking normally. They attack first. They don't ask questions. And that brings me to the part of this storyline I keep thinking about over and over again, Ava and Sidwell. Now, in my previous video, I talked about Charlotte and Danny potentially sneaking into Wyndemere and attacking Ava and Sidwell. At the time, that theory made sense to me. It still could happen. I'm not throwing that theory away completely, but now, with everything happening to Josslyn, I think there's another possibility here that honestly feels even more explosive. What if the person attacking Ava and Sidwell isn't Charlotte or Danny at all? What if it's Josslyn? Guys, that would actually make so much sense. Again, this is speculation. General Hospital hasn't officially confirmed any of this storyline. I need to make that clear. But when I connect all these scenes together, I can absolutely see Josslyn becoming the mystery attacker inside Wyndemere. Think about the timing. Josslyn escapes the basement after taking down Cassius. She finally reaches the upper levels of Wyndemere. Maybe she's disoriented. Maybe she's bleeding. Maybe she's terrified somebody is chasing her. Then, suddenly, she comes face to face with Ava and Sidwell. Now, here's where it gets really interesting for me. What if Sidwell doesn't even know Cassius had Josslyn imprisoned there? That's possible. Very possible. Cassius may have kept Sidwell out of the loop completely. Maybe he thought he could handle the situation himself. Maybe he wanted leverage. Maybe he didn't trust anyone else. Whatever the reason, Sidwell could genuinely be shocked seeing Josslyn suddenly appear inside Wyndemere looking frantic and violent. And if Cullum or somebody else already warned them about an intruder running around the property, oh, this gets messy fast. Sidwell might assume Josslyn is the threat before he understands she's actually the victim. That misunderstanding alone could trigger a full confrontation. And honestly, if I'm Josslyn in that moment, I'm not stopping to explain anything either. No chance. Not after being drugged, trapped, isolated, underground. Her brain would be screaming one thing only: get out. So yes, I absolutely think Josslyn could attack Ava and Sidwell, not because she wants revenge necessarily, not because she's plotting some calculated takedown, but because she thinks she has no other option. That's the difference. This wouldn't be Revenge Josslyn. This would be Survival Josslyn. And Survival Josslyn might be the most dangerous version we've ever seen. I could totally picture Ava trying to calm her down and getting shoved violently against furniture. Or Sidwell stepping forward to stop her and getting hit with some object Josslyn grabs in panic. Maybe another chair. Maybe a statue. Wyndemere has enough creepy decorations laying around for 10 soap opera attacks. And the crazy thing is, Josslyn might not even fully remember every detail afterward because of the adrenaline flooding her system. That's how chaotic this escape could become. Also, let's not ignore the symbolism here. Wyndemere has always been this place where people lose control emotionally. Secrets come out there. Violence happens there. People spiral there. So having Josslyn descend into this almost feral survival instinct inside Wyndemere actually fits the history of the location perfectly. And I think the writers know viewers are going to be divided over this. Some people will probably say Josslyn is going too far if she attacks Ava and Sidwell. Others are going to say she's justified after being kidnapped and imprisoned underground. Me personally, I think this storyline works best if it stays morally messy. That's what makes soap drama addictive. If Josslyn escapes cleanly and everybody behaves rationally, the tension disappears. But if innocent people start getting hurt because panic and fear are spreading through Wyndemere, suddenly every scene feels dangerous. And honestly, I keep going back to Cassius lying unconscious after that chair attack, because if Cassius wakes up while Josslyn is still trying to escape, oh man, then this whole thing could become a hunt through Wyndemere. That's nightmare fuel right there. Dark hallways, hidden exits, Josslyn running upstairs while Cassius searches room to room, Ava and Sidwell caught in the middle without understanding the full story, total confusion everywhere. And the biggest question of all is whether Josslyn actually makes it out. Because escaping the basement isn't the same as escaping Wyndemere. Not even close. That property is isolated. Huge. Easy to get trapped inside. Even if Josslyn reaches the main floor, she still has to survive long enough to leave the grounds entirely. And if multiple people are injured during her escape attempt, that situation could spiral into absolute chaos before sunrise. So yes, I really do think Cassius may only be victim number 1. Ava and Sidwell could absolutely become victims number 2 and 3 if Josslyn lashes out while trying to survive. Whether that theory becomes reality or not, I have to admit, the setup is there. The pieces fit together way too well for me to ignore it. And honestly, this might end up being one of the darkest and most intense Wyndemere storylines we've seen in a long time. We'll have to wait and see if these predictions actually come true. But wow, this storyline suddenly feels way bigger than I expected. And if Josslyn really unleashes this level of desperation inside Wyndemere, Nobody around her is safe anymore.